Sunday fun day. Let's get after it. Hey, happy Sunday morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another NBA Prize Picks video. The National Blowout Association was in full effect yesterday. It's just horrible. I hate games like that. We all do. It makes doing all this not a lot of fun. We did hit Anthony Davis over points though. I talked about Gabe Davis. I talked about Gabe Vincent over 3.5 assists. That did hit, but he could not shoot. I think he shot 1 for 8 that game. Then the blowout, not getting full minutes. Same with Jimmy Butler, not getting full minutes. So again, blowouts, it's just miserable. Today's, I hope we're going back to 2 competitive games. Having Philly, still at home here. They got to win this game. So I'm hoping we're going to have a competitive game there. And then again, Phoenix, Booker and Durant just have to completely ball out again to try to even this up. So should be a lot of fun. Got 3 picks for you here. A couple that we mentioned on the video a couple days ago. They didn't move the lines enough, in my opinion. There's some alt plays on those. And then one that's a little bit of a change just because the line got too much or moved too high for my liking on Tatum. So there's another play on the Celtics that I do like. But hey, if you like these videos, you want to see more of them, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll do my best to knock these out, give you some information and analysis, and hopefully helps you make your decisions as you're making your slips. If you do not have a PrizePicks account, use that promo code CashCake and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. A link is in the description below. Let's get after it. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here. Like I said, we got 3 plays we're going to talk about. I think 2 of them that we're going to talk about because the line hasn't moved enough on them, and it's in the second game. But we're going to bring them up and talk about them here. Devin Booker. This team is going to have to do absolutely everything again against Denver. They're favored by 2.5 here, 227.5 over under. And I just don't think they move the line enough. Booker points 31.5. He put up 47 that last game. Going to continue to shoot a ton. Shot the rock 25 times. He is not going to shoot 80% again. I mean, that was amazing how efficient he was. 5 from 8 from 3, 80% from the field, 20 of 25, just absolutely amazing. Didn't get to the line either. Just shot so well. 2 for 2 on free throws. We're just going to see a ton of minutes. Saw 42 minutes out of him. We're going to continue to see 40 plus minutes out of him. So Booker, I think there's a lot of ways you can go there. My favorite is definitely still points. And then 3-pointers made. If you want to make like multiple different slips and maybe you think he doesn't get there and Durant goes completely off, then you can, kind of mix and match and look at this 3-pointers made. If we look at this a little bit for him, he's done super well over his last 7 games. 4, 3, 3, 4, 0, 4, and 5. In that game, he only shot 1 3-pointer. The game he had 0. Shot 8 here, 7, 6, and before that 7 and 7. So I think we're going to see around that 7 or 8 3-pointers. He's going to get to the hoop. He's going to hit his mid-range. But I don't mind this at all. Juice is on the over as well, around -130. On the points is around -120. So again, these lines are way too low. If this game's going to be competitive, if Denver comes out and tries to smash him and Booker's not being efficient, same with Durant, we could have another whole debacle like we had yesterday or any of these blowouts, which is just miserable. It's just, it is what it is. And this is why I say, have a game script in mind when you're building out your slips. So one thing I like to do is build where you feel like the game's gonna be competitive, and then build like a secondary slip where you have like a 6-man where it's a blowout scenario and you're taking a lot of unders on the guys that are going to get blown out or not going to get full run. Because generally in the blowout situations, a lot of these guys are not going to come close to their lines. So it's almost like a safety blanket. And if you're going to get big money out of it, why not throw a little bit of coin at it and do something like that? So just keep that in consideration when you're building these out. Again, I think they're going to be competitive, but hey, I thought some of the games yesterday were going to be competitive, and see what happens here in the National Blowout Association. So again, Booker points, 3-pointer attempts or 3-pointer made. 2.5. Those where I'm looking at. I don't really want to take anything else because if he's going to get there in points, rebounds, and assists, he's almost guaranteed to get there in points. And same with 3-pointers made. Just he's been shooting the ball really well. We're probably going to see 8 to 10 3-pointers out of him. That's what I'm looking at. Again, second one we're going to look at here is Durant. Very similar to a couple days ago. Going to play a ton of minutes. Played 43.5 minutes that last game against Denver. They need this win, to try to tie this up. No Chris Paul still. So it's a very similar situation here. And again, they didn't move these lines enough. So they moved them 1. It was 36.5 for points and rebounds 2 days ago. They moved it up 1 click to 37.5. He had 48 that last game. And then points and assists, that was sitting at 34.5, I believe. And he hit 47 because he had a ton of assists as well. So in that last game, he ended up putting 39 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. So I still would want to live around the points and rebounds, points and assists, or even if you want to go points, rebounds, and assists. But I feel more comfortable in this area, and probably still points and rebounds. Just the minutes are going to be there. But either one of these is where I look at points, rebounds, points, and assists. They just did not bump the lines up enough. 1 point is not enough. This, honestly, to me, this would be 39.5 to 40. And this line should be closer to 38.5 to 39.5. With this kind of game environment, if it's going to be a close game, we know they're going to do everything possible. They're going to play 40 plus minutes. It's really hard for me to think that they don't get there. And again, I'm still going to stay right there with those two. Now, I mentioned the one that I had 2 days ago, which I didn't like, and I'm going to shy away from this. And this was Jason Tatum, the rebounds and assists. We had it at 13.5 last time. He did get there, but I don't really like that play today with the line moving a full point for him because it was already pretty sharp. So I'm staying away from Tatum today. But there's a Celtic I do like that the line has not moved enough, and that's Malcolm Brogdon at 20.5. He has cleared this number in 8 of his last 10 games, and every game in this series, 26, 31, and 24 in this series. Again, Boston's favored by 2.5 here again. Juice is on the over around -120, -125. The minutes should still be there for him. Does a little bit of everything, having double-digit shots attempts in 9 of his last 10 games. So the points have been there. And he gives you some rebounds and gives you some assists. Last game he had 3 rebounds, 6 assists with 15 points, getting that 24-point mark. So I like this. I think you go right back to it. 20.5 again feels a little bit too low. I think this line should be closer to 22.5. So I think we're getting a little bit of value here. So Malcolm Brogdon over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists, I do like. And then on the Philly side, again, they're going to need this win. And there was one I was, if you want to look at Joel Embiid at 27.5, we had almost free last week. I mentioned, or a couple games ago, it was like 25.5, and that was one of the plays I had in Discord, just because I absolutely loved it. But, 27.5, I don't think I love that play as much, even though I think he's going to try to score, try and put up 30. I don't mind that, but I don't think I'm going to go there with him. So I'm kind of going to stay away from the Philly guys in general today. But, if you want to look at Embiid, I would look at points. Tobias Harris at 13.5. I don't mind looking at that if you want to look at that over. But I think I'm going to stick with the 3 I have and be pretty heavy on the Booker, Durant, and Brogdon overall. So with that, again, enjoy your Sunday. If you want to see everything that we have to offer, all our picks, tools, and everything, you can join us in the Patreon streets. And like always, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.